Hi, welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got another Spinnaker. This one is the Croft mid-sized limited edition, and I think for the money it's one of the best watches you can't buy. Now why I say that is the simple fact is these sold out in record time. This one though actually isn't mine. I have one of the different coloured models, and one of my friends was after a watch, Div, who's a really good friend. I basically said, buy one of these, snap it up before it's sold out, and he did. I'm going to leave a link to his Instagram channel on the in the description and on the display now. So he came up with this and he's allowed me to review it. And to be fair, I've already done a review on my one, but this black one is quite nice, I must admit. Where mine has a kind of vintage look to it, this has got a very, very sharp PVD finish to it. This just looks really sharp. The detail on the watch is very impressive. It's got quite a sheen to it, where quite often a lot of the PVD ones I've had or whatever, they tend to be a bit more matte. This one has got a real nice sheen. Now, again, the main thing with this watch is that lovely skeleton movement. Now, it's basically a Seiko movement. It's based on the NH35, I believe, but skeletonized. Now, if this one's anything like mine, it was running, I think it was about 2 or 3 seconds a day. I was really, really impressed with it. And I think it's, yeah, for the price. The reason why I keep harping on about the price, these were advertised at £310, but were released just before Black Friday. So subsequently, Black Friday enabled some really good savings to be had on these watches, and you could pick them up for around about £225 or £230, I think it was. Now, this has got to be one of the few Spinnakers which have sold out straight away. You can't buy this watch anymore. So I'm going to be intrigued to see what happens with the values of these watches. If they, I reckon they'll retain their value quite easily, or if, yeah, maybe even go up in value. If you're a real Spinnaker fan and you missed out on one of these, well, you really did miss out. Now, the hands, as we can see, we've got plenty of Loom on the hands there. Just the normal brushwork on them. We do have a black second hand there, with the lollipop kind of loom there with the red tip, which just adds a nice little contrast, and also works with the red on where it's got the water resistance rating there. But I just like the clean look to this watch. If I show you it, the actual loom of this, it has got a really quite impressive loom, even though there's actually no hour markers per se as such. Well, they're tiny, but you get the whole bezel does light up, and that's one of the strong points with this watch. Or if it's anything like mine, it's got a real nice bezel action on it. Very positive, lines up perfectly, hardly any back play. Let's just line that up, and there you go, perfect. Really does line up well. I say it's even though it's got the heart of the Seiko, you haven't got any of the problems of the Seiko, i.e. you don't have any alignment issues with this watch. So sapphire crystal, it's a, I should state, but it's actually a 40mm watch. I believe it's just under 14mm thick and around about 47mm lug to lug. It has a 20mm strap, so it's a nice sweet, I'd say it's a sweet spot, really is, this watch for size. Now, casework, as we've said, fantastic, really nice finish on there. Crown signed, and it is a screw down crown. So boom, there we go. Now the movement, hacking, hand winding. It's actually, to be fair, it feels quite nice actually hand winding this. Now the good thing is, as I screw this in, we have got a nice bit of thread to screw onto. Some watches, it's got like a turn and a half and then it's locked out, so you haven't got much thread. This one actually does have quite a bit. As we turn the watch around, you can see we have a display case on the back, display back on this. Now, some people don't like them, some people do. I like them because I think you get to see the beating heart of a watch. I really do like that. But you can also see that on here as well. You can actually see the escapement there. But sometimes I just think it's nice to be able to see what's going on. You can always, you know, if something was to come loose, you might actually see it. Now, screw down, so that's always good. Now, we do have a leather strap on it. Some people may say that's counterintuitive on what is a dive watch, but these are a water-resistant strap. So the only thing I would say, it does feel quite nice. I do like a nice chunky strap, but they can age quite well. But in all fairness, you can put whatever strap you want on this watch, so it doesn't really matter. I like the little stitch work on there. One thing I would say, it does have a very nice signed PVD clasp on the back there. I do prefer these, which are slightly broader. I'm not so keen on their little pin style, but that's just personal preference. We have one floating keeper, one fixed keeper there. So I think for the money, these were an absolute knockout, and obviously everyone else did too, because there was only 1,000 of this watch and 1,000 of the of each of the 3 styles, and they all sold out. So obviously it has been a hit. We do have AR coating as well on that sapphire crystal. Anyway, let me try and show you on the wrist, just so you have an idea how it looks. Let's take this off. Let's zoom out a little bit there. Let me just put this on off camera. Now, I do have a 7¼ inch wrist, so gives you an idea. And there you go. Sits really, really well, I think, anyway. Doesn't sit too tall. I think really does look the part. So, yeah, I like it. I think my friends did really well on actually getting hold of one of these before they sold out. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it now, and I will see you for the next review. Take care. All the best. Bye.